Welcome to your Recode Yoga Flow. Something you may not have known about me is that I am a certified yoga instructor and I taught for about 4 years in my 20s. So it's been a while, but I had great fun designing this yoga flow for you. If you have a bolster and a block, if you are practicing yogi, then go ahead and take them out. But if you don't and yoga is new to you, don't worry at all. Neither one of these is necessary. You just need to have some kind of a yoga mat. So we're going to begin with some deep breathing. I want all of you to find a comfortable seated position. If this is uncomfortable on your hips, go ahead and get a little pillow or a blanket and sit on that, and you'll be able to raise your hips, and that will alleviate some of the pain if you feel that. So we're just going to start with 3 deep breaths. I want you to take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Feel your shoulders drop. Now inhale through the nose. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And exhale also through the nose, pulling your belly button to your spine. Final deep breath, inhale. Lengthen. Exhale through the nose, let the entire day go, let all your worries go. Focus on getting really present. Just gonna sit here, feeling present and feeling grounded. I wanna read you a quote from a revered yoga teacher, whose name is Yogi Bhajan, about the adrenal glands. Do we have a reserve capacity to get to our destination despite the snowstorm? Our energy can be flowing, we can be eating well and sleeping enough, but if our adrenals fail, it's hard to keep up. We get tired and snappy. Glandular balance, and in particular strong adrenals, are important to have that extra edge to control anger and hypoglycemia. Without strong adrenals, the heart cannot function well. The purpose of this yoga flow is to support your adrenal glands and to relax your nervous system. So let's begin. Drop your chin to your chest. Take a deep inhale. And coming up on the inhale, really opening up all parts of your neck. Exhale on your way down. We'll do several on each side just to release the neck. Store so much tension here. Exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Open up the back of the neck and then reverse the direction. Inhaling on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Really setting the tenor for your yoga practice here by connecting movement with breath. And eventually you'll be able to take this off the mat. Exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. Last one. Center. Some seated rolls to open up the waist. Go ahead and place your hands on your knees, just starting making little circular motions, opening up the side body, opening up your waist. Especially for those of you who sit. You can go as big or as small as feels comfortable. This is really just about letting go of the day and starting to open up the back. Inhale. Exhale and take a twist. Let's begin to open up the spine. We'll be doing several twists as we go through your Recode yoga flow. When you release the twist, you can nourish your organs with new, fresh blood flow. Inhale all the way up and twist to the other side. Now pull your belly button to the spine. Inhale and lift. And exhale, allow yourself to move deeper into the twist. On all the poses, the exhalation allows you to effortlessly move deeper into the pose. Continue working your breath. Inhale and lift. Exhale and twist. And then we'll meet back in the center for some seated cat-cow. This is a wonderful yoga pose for your spine. You're going to hold your knees and send your heart through your arms. On the inhale and on the exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. Really opening up the spine, making it nice and limber. This allows your cerebral spinal fluid to flow more freely so that it can nourish the nerves, which is exactly what we're trying to do. And exhale, pull the belly button to the spine, feel your vertebrae pulling apart from one another. And we're addressing all parts of your spine here. Cervical vertebrae, thoracic vertebrae, the lumbar vertebrae. And next we're going to roll back and forth on our spine about 10 times. Give yourself a really nice spinal massage. Start to get circulation moving. Circulation is so helpful for your cells, for cellular energy. About 30 seconds or 10 rolls. Those of you that are a little more flexible, you can really lengthen out your legs here and also get some opening to the back of the legs. And on the last one, come up and find your way into your first downward facing dog. So you're going to press the pads of your hands into the mat, focusing on the index finger and the thumb, and then push your shoulder blades down your back and send your hips up to the sky. Do whatever feels good here and whatever is comfortable for you. If this is too much, then you can be on your knees. If downward dog works for you, then you're going to pedal out your legs, pedal out your feet. Just slowly allow your body to open up. Whether you're doing your Recode flow in the morning, you're doing it in the evening, I really want you to become an observer and just check in with how your body feels without judgment. Breathe into your downward facing dog, pressing into your hands, sending your heart back towards your thighs. On the next inhale, let's go ahead and lift your hip up and really open up the hip. If this is too much for you, you can stay in downward dog. Many of us that are healing our adrenals and our nervous system really need to open up our hip flexors and our psoas muscles. A lot of stress is stored there, and if we can release that, we can breathe deeper. And you're going to go ahead and bring your right foot up in between your hands for crescent lunge. Inhale and lift. If you want to take a modification, you can drop your knee to the mat. Feel the side body open up, and you want to make sure the knee doesn't go over the ankle in order to protect your knee. Inhale and lift, and really feel the opening there in the left side body and in the left hip flexor. Allow it to open, allow it to stretch out. Inhale, lift. And on the exhale, feel the stretch, Bring your hands back to the mat, and let's meet in downward facing dog. Send the heart through the hands and open up your hip on the opposite side. Now we're getting that left hip nice and open. You can do circles if you like, and that feels comfortable. Bring your left foot up in between the hands. Either drop your right knee to the mat or come all the way up into crescent lunge. Lengthening out through the side body and feeling the psoas opening up. These two, the hip flexors and the psoas, that's like clearing out the junk drawers of our emotional storage as we breathe and open those. Then turn and open up into a twist. Those of you who are a little more advanced, you can balance. You can take your twist further by coming into prayer position. The important thing here is that you feel the twist in your spine. Doesn't matter which variations you take. Honor your energy level, honor where your body is, and know that it's going to be different day to day. Exhale, come out of the twist, pass through center, and let's find our way back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Drop your knees to the mat. And we're going to move into cat-cow here. So drop your belly button down towards the mat. Send the heart through the arms. Lift up, look up, and then exhale. Pull the belly button to the spine. Really feel the vertebrae coming away from one another. Pass back through cow. A few more rounds. Just flow through here. Naturally, what feels good. Connecting movement to breath. Exhale. Now we're going to move into thread the needle to open up the shoulders and release tension from in between the shoulder blades. So go ahead and inhale the right arm up and thread it through that left hand. Right shoulder and right cheek come to the mat, and now press the left hand into the ground to give you some leverage, and that should deepen the stretch. Just that simple act of doing that should deepen the stretch. You feel your shoulder blades pulling apart from one another. Breathe here. Get new fresh blood flow and allow the stress of the day, tightness, anything you carry in your shoulders, allow it to just melt. And the next exhalation, let's meet back into center, and we'll do thread the needle on the other side. So inhale, lift up the left arm. Exhale, bring the left arm and shoulder underneath, and press that right palm into the mat as your left cheek comes down. Breathe into your thread the needle on the left side. Feel a gentle spinal twist. Just repeat, relax, release, rejuvenate. And we'll meet back in the center on our hands and knees. Go into a gentle child's pose. So bring your big toes together, your hands out in front of you, and come into child's pose. Feel the release in the hips. Allow your heart to come down toward the mat. And every exhalation allows you to release a little bit more. Where can you let go further? We're going to come up and meet back in downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. for ragdoll pose. This is our first forward bend. Forward bends are the most supportive yoga poses to click you into your parasympathetic nervous system. So to help you be in that rest, digest, and heal nervous system where your body feels safe. So imagine like a waterfall running down your back, over your head, all of your worries just disappearing. Any of your fears just melting away. Be right here, right now. Be in your body. Send your breath up and down your spine as you feel that release from the hips all the way to the crown of the head. You're breathing in and out through your nose. Remember, you're extending your exhalations longer than your inhalations. Flow back through our crescent lunge. So taking crescent lunge on the left side, moving into your warrior, inhaling and lifting up. If you're taking the full pose, go ahead and do it now. Really, now go up one more inch, reach your arms up just one more inch. On the inhale and on the exhale, come deeper into your crescent lunge, settle into the pose, and open up into a twist. Inhale all the way up, and exhale down, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, just to open it up, and then that right foot comes up in between the hands, and we take crescent lunge on the right side. Again, you can be on your knee or all the way up, and just notice, really reach that left arm up, up, up an extra couple of inches, and great, let the right arm come up to match it, and just feel the length that you're creating in your side body and in your spine. You're freeing the hip, you're freeing those hip flexors and the psoas. And when you free those, then you don't breathe from the chest as much. You can take bigger belly breaths. Open up and take your twist on the right side. If you want to go into a deeper twist, you can go ahead and bring your hands into prayer position. If you're comfortable here, you stay right here. Step the left foot up to meet the right and come back into a forward fold. We're going to inhale, lift up halfway, shoulder blades come on the back, and exhale down. We'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Press the pads of the hands in, index finger and the thumb. Feel the arms spin in. Your downward dog should be much more comfortable now and easier. Walk the hands back to meet the feet, and we'll meet in forward fold. And we're going to come up into mountain pose, one vertebrae at a time, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Lift the rib cage up off the organs. Shoulder blades come down the back. You are in mountain pose. Imagine you're standing at the top of a mountain. Sun is shining, gentle breeze is blowing. Feeling strong, feeling tall, feeling grounded and centered. We get ready to move into a few standing poses. Don't forget to breathe. Gently open your eyes and come to stand in the center of your mat. We're going to move into tree pose. So spread your toes out wide, anchor that left foot into the mat, and now the right foot either comes up, the heel to the ankle, or if you want to take it further, you can bring the right foot in to the calf. Or if your balance is even a little better than that, you're going to take the right foot and push it up in between the thigh, but stay away from the knee on the left side to protect the knee. Wherever you're comfortable, find a drishti or a point not moving in front of you so that you can balance. And then bring your hands slowly and gently into a prayer position. If you want to take your tree up, spread your branches, open up your arms wide. For more of a challenge, you can start to look up, move your eyes up from whichever pose you're taking with your legs. Inhale to prayer position, come back, hands come to the heart, and you controlled slowly move out. And we'll go ahead and we'll take tree on the right side. So go ahead and anchor the right toes and the right foot into the mat and choose which variation you're doing on the left side, whatever you did, on the right side rather, whatever you did on the left. And find tree pose. It's okay if you sway, trees sway in the breeze. Tighten up your core. Focus on something not moving in front of you. Raise your hands up. Inhale, lift. Feel the rib cage lift. Exhale, hands come to heart. Find your way out of tree pose. Just walk it out for just a minute. Now we're going to get a quad stretch. So you're going to grab your right ankle. You can grab it from the outside or the inside. If you're doing a quad stretch, you can grab it from the outside. Lift up the left arm and really feel the opening in the left side body and pull the right foot in towards your bum to get a deeper quad stretch. If you're comfortable, stay here. If you have an existing yoga practice, you can move into standing bow. Gently find your way out, and we'll repeat this on the left side. So go ahead and kick up your left leg into your hand. Breathe, take your quad stretch. If you're going to take it further and lean forward, slow and controlled, then you can catch your ankle from the inside and slowly and gently move forward. Breathe and slowly find your way out of the pose in a nice controlled manner. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down into a forward fold and meet me in downward facing dog. Press the heart, send the heart through the arms towards the knees, hips up towards the sky. We're going to come into a pose called frog. So walk your hands back, you come into a squat position, and your biceps press against your knees and you lengthen. You should have a very straight spine here. This opens up the hips, opens up the back. Come into prayer position. Lengthen up through the back of the neck. Your yoga practice like a meditation. And we're going to slowly come out and find our way to a seated position for some seated forward folds. So lengthen out your legs and then get your sit bones on the mat. Remove the flesh out so you can feel your sit bones on the mat. Forward folds are some of the best poses. I'm moving here so you can see me as I want you to see my back as I keep it straight. So inhale your arms up, exhale, move forward, and you want to keep your spine straight. As soon as you bend your spine, the pose is over. So you're not trying to get your arms around your feet. If you can, with keeping your spine straight, that's great. Find that pose and then relax into it. Then feel the spine open. Then you can let go. Breathe. Release. These are the single best poses to get you out of that state of living off of stress hormones. This will lower cortisol, which is why I love to have you do this yoga flow at night. Click you into your parasympathetic nervous system. Allow your organs to work better. Nourish the nerves. This beautiful nervous system that we're healing. It works so hard for you. Send the message to the body that it's safe and that it can relax. Now we'll do a one-legged forward fold. So I'll just move here so that you can see. Your left leg comes out and your right heel comes in to the inner left thigh, and you're going to position your body so it's directly over the knee, the upper body, and then you come down, you do the same thing that you did for your forward fold. You come over the left side. You should feel this back of the left leg with deeper of a hamstring stretch, as well as a side body stretch and a spinal opener. Take a quick counter pose, a quick twist to the other side before we move into seated forward fold on the right side. So inhale up, your body's positioned over your right knee, and you exhale down. And your toes should be flexed back towards you. Breathe. Sending the message to the body, it's safe, while reversing that whirlpool. Inhale, come back up into center, take your counter twist on the opposite side. And then meet me into downward facing dog. To move into a wonderful hip opener next called pigeon. So inhale the right leg up. You're going to try to get your right ankle in alignment with your left wrist, your right knee in alignment with your right wrist. If that's comfortable for you, you can also put a pillow underneath your right hip if that's uncomfortable. Those of you that are going to stick with me in pigeon, you can go ahead and inhale up and just get some length to feel the hip flexor opening up. You want to take a variation on this. If this is too much for you, then you are going to lay on your back. Come on your back, and you're going to cross your right leg over your left knee, and either from underneath the left thigh or over the left knee, you're going to pull your left leg in, and you're going to use your right elbow against your right leg to leverage the twist. Either position is fine and opens up your hip beautifully, so do what feels comfortable for you. If you're in pigeon, and now you're going to come all the way down to the mat. Forehead can rest on the forearms, and breathe into that right hip no matter where you are. You're opening up. The right side of the body is the masculine side of the body, the logical side. A lot of us spend a lot of time using our logical side, and so sometimes our hips are tighter. Sometimes the left hip's tighter than the right hip, or especially those of us ladies who sit with our legs crossed, one hip will be tighter than the other. Just release through the breath. Slowly and gently come back. Find your way into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet a little to really release the hip. And we'll go ahead and take pigeon on the other side, or if you were laying on your back, go ahead and do that. So now your left ankle is by the right wrist and your left knee is by the left wrist. Your hands are pressing into the mat because I really want to see you get some length in that right hip flexor. Top of the right foot is on the mat, pressed into the mat. Inhale, lengthen. If you need a pillow underneath your left hip to be more comfortable, go ahead and get it now. If you don't, come down to your forearms. Breathe, and then settle in. Put your forehead on your forearms and really rest into the pose for several breaths. Work your breath here. Inhale, send the breath to the left hip. This is the feminine side of the body. Creative side of the body. Open it up. And slowly come out, press your hands into the mat. Meet me in downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out your feet here. Drop your knees to the mat. Come into child's pose. So big toes touch, your knees are as wide, your hands are pressing down, and your forehead comes to the mat. This is just a good counter pose. Release the hips, release the back. Inhale. Then come up to sit on your hands. Find your way to a seat. We're going to lay down nice and slow and controlled. We'll come down to the mat one vertebrae at a time as we prepare for bridge pose. Bridge pose is amazing for the thyroid. There's two ways to do this depending on your energy levels, supported or not. So go ahead and bring your feet back close towards your bum, and if you have a block and want to do supported bridge, you place the tallest part of the block underneath your sacrum, and this is going to open up your hips, and you just allow your body to relax. See how it's compressing the chin in towards the chest. It's working the thyroid. If you are not doing a supported bridge, you don't have a block, no problem. You bring your hands clasped underneath your body. You press the feet into the mat, the shoulder blades come in towards one another, and you breathe into your bridge pose. Knowing you are nourishing this wonderful thyroid that does so much for you to make and burn energy. Inhale and exhale, slowly come down, one vertebrae at a time. And just connect, feel your whole body on the ground, on the mat, earth taking your weight. Move into one more bridge. This is the flow of rest and effort. This is the flow of life. I want you to get that flow of your nervous system. Take bridge on the other side. You can do supported or not supported. It's time to effort again. Press your feet into the mat. Lift your hips all the way up, a little bit higher than they were in the last bridge. Feel the shoulder blades come into each other as you clasp your hands. Really lengthen out that cervical spine as your chin comes in towards your chest. And exhale, release, lengthen your legs all the way out. We're gonna move into our final spinal twist of your yoga practice. Wring out the spine one final time. So you're gonna take that left leg and bring it over the right, taking your right arm on the outside of your left knee, and that left arm is going out wide. You're turning and looking over to the left as your body's turning to the right, trying to keep that left shoulder blade on the mat. Inhale, breathe, exhale, release. Come back through center and take your final spinal twist on the opposite side. So that right leg comes over the left, and you look over towards the right with your right shoulder blade on the mat. Your left hand is on the outside of the right knee, giving you a little bit deeper of a spinal twist. One final bring out of that beautiful spine. Exhalation. Let's come back to center. We're going to settle in for our corpse pose, which is the most important pose of your yoga practice. If you have a bolster or if you have a blanket nearby and you have any lower back issues, you'll want to use it. You can put it right underneath your knees and that will alleviate the lower back. If you don't have one, no problem. Just lay on the ground. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms. You're going to settle in for your corpse pose. This is where we integrate everything we've just done. This is where the body integrates it. Take you through a guided visualization. I want you to visualize your adrenal glands just above your kidneys. They're only the size of a grape. Imagine them glowing with a brilliant amber light, being healed, restored, filled up, and protected. So one final, let's squeeze our hands and squeeze our legs, squeeze your face, everything in the body, fill it with tension, and then exhale, let everything go, and just release so you can settle in. Imagine your adrenal glands are nourished and they're strong. Now expand that light beyond the adrenals. Feel it filling up the rest of your body. It's going up your arms. It's nourishing the thyroid. Imagine the thyroid healed, nourished, functioning at top capacity, in full harmony and communication with the rest of the adrenals and the endocrine system. Your nerves, feel them healing. The brain. Now this light comes all the way down your legs. Every cell in your body, all 37.2 trillion cells, is now glowing with this beautiful healing amber light, becoming enlivened. We're not doing anything to control anything, just observing. We're passive observers as our breath flows in and out. Inhale deeply, hold at the top of your inhale, exhale slowly through the mouth. Wiggle your fingers and toes, ankles, wrists, slowly coming out of your Shavasana, your corpse pose. If you have a bolster or blanket, you can remove it now. Roll over to your right side in fetal position, gently coming out. Press your left hand into the mat Coming up into a seated position. And we end the class just the way we started, in a seated position. In yoga, we always end by saying Namaste, which means the light inside of me honors and respects the light inside of you.